What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So you see this POS here before you. This is Jacob Blake. We all are familiar with him. He is the person that did this to the woman of his children, amongst other things. Okay, he is a career criminal. And looks like he's trying to swindle the city out of some money, and they are denied. Now, the reason I took interest to this story is because, first of all, I want to show you the greed of the Blake family. Okay, and I also want to show you that this is a possible win for Kyle, because Kyle is only in court right now fighting for his freedom because of, well, this idiot. Excuse me. This idiot. That's the only reason he's in there. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. This is a criminal, and he also is a violator of women. Yeah, and still, he's living nice and free and everything. I don't care if he's paralyzed. I don't care. Thing about it is that this is what's happening to Kyle right now. Let me just quickly read the thing to you and just tell you what's going on. Prosecution looks to introduce evidence that Kyle Rittenhouse is associated with the Proud Boys. What they're doing is they're trying to sully Kyle as a WS, which he's not. And they're trying to say, and when I say WS, you know what I mean, white. I'm so tired. Look, the reason I'm saying this is because every time I say the word, I get dinged and I gotta ask for a review, and then they always approve it, but it gets approved a day or two later. So I'm trying to just not trigger the AI. So what happened was the Proud Boys took Kyle out for some drinks because he doesn't have any friends. They actually drove and flown out to his area because he's actually living like a prison. He's living like he's under house arrest. He can't really go out in public. He can't really do anything. He's public enemy number one in his area, and he can't move. So the Proud Boys came over and decided to give him a treat, and then they trying to associate him as an extremist because he's associated with the Proud Boys. But this was done after the event. And so just like crooked leftists, they're trying to conflate the past with the present. That's what they're famous for, okay? Slavery, blacks today in 2021, it's the same. No, it's not. But this idiot right here got denied, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna read this, and you're gonna be surprised in the end, right? I'm going to show you something. I did a little investigation work, and these people have just lost their minds. Kenosha City Council denies $50,000 damage claim for injuries in Jacob Blake's shooting. Without comment or deliberation, the Kenosha City Council has denied a claim for damages from Jacob Blake, the man paralyzed in a police shooting last summer. The council voted 17-0. Ouch! Ouch! I love to see it. The council voted 17-0 Monday night. Now, before I continue reading, this happened first, and then next thing you know, this happened. This is the reason why I think I'm just optimistic that Kyle is going to be found not guilty. He's going to be set free, and that the prosecution is doing everything they can to just throw anything that sticks at Kyle. And because this happened first, this is when several days later they decided to pull this trick. So, this is what I'm saying. I think this is good news for our buddy Kyle. All right, let me continue reading this. So, rejecting the claim in which Blake sought damages for medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering, and disfigurement as filed by Chicago-based attorney March 11th with the office of the city's clerk treasurer. The claim is capped at $50,000 in accordance with the state law, although Blake's legal team at Selvey, white person last name, PC also submitted itemization of special damages in the amount of 700 what $776,614.67 resulting from his injuries. Hold on. Now this is when I said, have they lost their mind? Because let me just remind you guys that this is what this clown raised. And I begin to think, I'm like, you know what? How did this escalate? Because I remember when that GoFundMe went up for the first time, and it wasn't at no $3 million. So I went back and I did some research. I want you to pay attention to the date up here, and just show you how greedy these people are. Because and I wonder, and I want you guys to tell me in the comment section below, do you think this is the reason why he got denied? Because for him to get denied 17-0 unanimously, they say you ain't getting no money from our city. I wonder if they actually using this or the fact that he's just a POS. So he got over $2 million. Well, over $2 million from the GoFundMe, which is still open, by the way. And what does that mean? It means that they're still withdrawing money from this GoFundMe and that they're not closing it, so they continue to get more money donated to them. So when it first happened, like I think the day after he was shot, so August the 24th, 2020, they had the GoFundMe set at $50,000. Okay, they had it set at $50,000, and this is just when they released it. So he got $3,490 within, I think, the first hour. Then the following day, which is the 25th, that's when he got $609,000. All right, and they raised that sucker up to $1 million. $1 million. You see where I'm going here? All right. So then we go to the next day when they hit $1 million, and guess what? They raised the goal from $1 million to $2 million. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. So they kept it at $2 million for a couple of days until they finally rested at $3 million when he reached $2 million, when he reached over $2 million on September the 1st. And then as of today, and today is July the 2nd, this is where it stopped at. They only been able to raise about $200,000 more to the GoFundMe. And my thing is, they still asking for more money. Like, where does it stop? But this just goes to prove my point about it's not about racism. It's all about money management. Because it makes me think, like, what you mean to tell me that $2 million, first of all, they're still living in the hood. I'm not kidding. They're still living in the hood. So I'm thinking, like, $2 million and y'all can't get out of the hood? You still live at the same place you got shot. But how is that dealing with racism? You see what I'm saying? How is that dealing with racism? Is it possible, and I think it is, that the money is about gone and all they doing is living off of the little trinkets? Like somebody donated $50 6 days ago, $10 and $5. So people are still donating to this worthless GoFundMe. Well, it obviously is not worthless. It's well over $2 million. But I guess they're using that as a stream of income because they haven't closed it out. You know what I'm saying? So this really makes you think, you know, and for him to come over here and ask for more money, like, really? But it gets better. I read this whole article, and it looks like he's also filed a federal suit. So here we go. Earlier this spring, attorneys for Blake filed a federal civil lawsuit that names Shishki, that's the police officer, as the sole defendant and is being sued individually. By the way, he's cleared. he did not get fired, and basically they didn't find anything wrong what he did. Okay, let's be clear and understand that this POS resisted arrest. He tried to take a knife out of his SUV and use it as a weapon against the police officer. The police officer was protecting themselves plus doing his job. And the fact that he also tried to kidnap the children, and the mother was like, he's taking my babies. He's taking my babies. Don't let him take my babies. So once again, blacks need the police, but you hate the police when they do their jobs because you don't want to take any accountability. So this right here is the fact that this happened in the state level. I don't know about the federal level. I don't know if they're going to give in, because they're pretty cucked there in the federal level. You know what I'm saying? Pretty woke now too, which is a sad thing. So let me feel like that as a sole defendant and is being sued individually because Shasky is an employee of the city police department. The city, through the insurance carrier, is providing his representation in the federal lawsuit, according to Morrissey. So they're trying to sue the police officer. Oh my God, they're trying to sue that poor police officer for basically protecting himself from getting stabbed. All right, let me just read this and then I'll be done with this video. In late March, Blake's attorney filed a federal lawsuit that asked for unspecified amounts of compensations for his injuries, as well as substantial sum for punitive damages, attorney fees, and other costs. The legal team handling Blake's case said it will continue with the federal suit, according to the I see where the money. Wait a minute. According to a statement issued Thursday by Maurice Megan, public relations director. Hold on. Wait a minute. He's paid a lot of money in attorney fees. What? No. Wait a minute. Do you think these people are stupid enough to pay for the attorney fees and let us, instead of saying you'll get a cut if we win? Like, I've actually done that before. I've actually sued a company, and I didn't have to come out of the pocket at all, but my freaking lawyer took 40% of the cut, and that's what I signed for. I was like, okay, you get 40% of the winnings, and he sure did, honey. And they paid for his attorney fees separately, so he got 2 checks back then. So I wonder if he is paying the wazoo for all of this attorney fees. He already had the state case that he lost, so of course that's attorney fees for that one. And now you got he got 2 federal suits. Maybe that's the reason why they're still in the hood. But even then, it actually justifies what I'm saying, is that they have terrible money management skills. Instead of y'all being greedy, because Jacob Blake is a POS, he was at fault. Okay, what he got is what he wanted to get. Okay, it is what it is. That's what happens when you resist arrest. Okay, that's what happens when you are pissed. All right. And you know what I mean when I say are pissed. So they just basically still keeping this open, hoping that more people will donate so they can reach that $3 million, because they probably already spent all this money already. Wouldn't that be awesome? I love just eat dirt. But anyway, like I said, I don't know what's to think about all of this. We'll see what happens with the federal case. I hope they don't bend the knee, and I hope they also give him a big old 0, just like the state. But I'm really curious. Tell me below in the comment section what you all think, because I would love to engage with you and see what you're thinking. Especially if you're an attorney, let me know what you think is probably going on in reference to all that money. You think it's all gone? Do you think those attorneys are getting paid ahead of time, whether they lose a suit or not? I'm really curious. But anyway, as always, I'll see you all in the comment section. Be sure to like the video, and as always, join my family by subscribing to me. I love to have you all come and join my family. So subscribe, today. And I'll see you on the next video. Lady Taters!